Hello everyone, welcome back to Castlevania Symphony of the Night. Here we are with our 26th part in the series, I believe. Yeah, and we're diving on into the inverted castle. So I told you before that I really hate this area, but I really don't anymore. Um, the thing about it that got me initially is I forgot that Mist was basically your invulnerability power. That you could walk through basically all areas with Mist, I mean, just like this, and you'd be fine. The skulls, by the way, don't actually, they can't be killed, so that's why I'm not killing them, because it's impossible. But yeah, so I forgot that, Mist is basically uh, your invincible kind of power up. And so I was constantly just having to use transformations and getting like ruined by the skeletons, and it was all around not a great time, because of that kind of stuff. So I think that that's why I initially really didn't like this place all that much or at all. And but after you get into it, it's really not that bad. Once you know what you're doing, kind of. So we unlocked our second, place there. That's going to be helpful. You sadly cannot use the elevator here, I don't think. I don't think there's any way to get to it, basically. So these guys are super annoying if you don't bother to use Mist. And even if you do, it's they're really annoying. So I like to fly past some of them. You want to get the XP from killing them and all, it's just they're irritating. So this is why Mist is so handy once you get power of the Mist. I didn't know they could duplicate like that, but I think these ones can. I know that some can duplicate, I just don't remember which ones or which type. So, yeah. Anyway, these guys are just like, I mean, like if you don't use Mist here, it's just a nightmare. Based on like being able to climb anywhere, you're always getting knocked back. It's always so irritating. It's just, all around a bad time. But when you use Mist properly, it's actually not that bad. So there's the library. We're not going to go in there quite yet because we need to fly on up here. We're going to fight another boss, in fact. Not quite yet, but this is where the second boss is for the pieces of Dracula. So we're going to need to do that eventually. Anyway, we can fight him now if you guys want to, but it's not entirely necessary at this point. I think we're better off getting the better upgrades for it, and then we'll be fine. So, since we are doing the inverted castle and we have all the transformations, we can skip past that stuff nice and easy. Nice. Life max up here. We'll go up and get the hearts up and the other stuff up. So these skeletons are shooting, some energy from an interesting place on their body. Interesting choice here, developers. I won't like say that you guys made the wrong decision or anything, but just a little bit of an interesting choice. So yeah. Anyway, up here we have the dim sum set. What's that do? Where's it at? Anyway, I think it's just either food or some item or something. Anyway, yeah. So these skeletons, that attack, that energy attack, does more damage than anything else in the entire game. So you don't want to get hit by that attack. One recommendation I have is use Mist. Wait for them to shoot off their attack and then just hit them in the face with it. You also notice pretty early on here, they're pretty generous on the amount of XP these guys give you, just because they're so dangerous. We also have a hammer and sickle here, so that is the Russian room, basically. Dubbed the Russian room, at least. Anyway, yeah, so these guys do quite a bit of damage. Luckily, our sword is taking care of them for once. And yeah, see, it takes only like 3 of them early on in the game to give you an incredibly large amount of XP. So, you're leveling up all the time around the inverted castle, but it's really appreciated in this section, that's for sure. Just wait till we get to the final guards, when we have poison gas, and it's going to be brilliant. So look at how many levels we can gain really fast. I might farm like a lot of levels off those guys pretty quickly. Haven't decided yet, but the Mist is something I think a lot of people just don't realize how versatile it is. And for the longest time, I didn't. It was like my least favorite transformation, but now it might be my favorite because it just does so much to alleviate your problems, because it is invulnerability. And once you get the power of the Mist, like Mist is useless before the power of the Mist, but once you have it, it's pretty useful, honestly. So yeah, let's dodge that attack. Let's not get hit by it. Yeah, this guy's loaded slightly out of bounds, so that's weird. But whatever, it's all good. So anyway, we need to slide on back into this next area here where we're going to be headed towards the clock tower. And you might think, oh, that's a bad idea. Well, you're not exactly wrong about that, because the clock tower is one of the deadliest areas of the game. Now, this room has been made a lot easier, just overall. We just have plants here, so that's nothing hard to deal with. Dealing with these plants is pretty easy. So that's nice. That's easy. That's all good. Um, the thing is, though, the next room is a little bit hectic because everything has spikes on it now. Not spikes you can break, sadly, but just terrible spikes. Nice level up from a plant, too. Yeah. Yep. So, as you noticed, you're going to be leveling up a ton in the inverted castle, at least when you started out. And even at the very end, it's also super like that, you know? Ow. Luckily, those skeletons aren't too hard to beat. They're just annoying, and their things go on like forever, and it's so annoying. Okay, so walk past the stone skeletons, all that kind of stuff. We're also going to do a replay file, by the way, guys. So we're going to do a replay file and do all this stuff again and get the Ring of Varda. Not a task I've ever done before, but it's like super cool. So here's the thing about the floor. It's covered in spikes, so we need to be very careful in this area because it is just a ton of damage and we don't need any of that. So I'm going to mist my way through most of this area if I can get away with it, you know? Because enemies here are not worth killing. There's nobody with enough experience points to make it at all worth it. So there are certain spots you can rest up at. That's not one of them. Like this one, you can try to refill your magic up here. That can work a little bit. But we basically just have to go down as soon as possible. Because we need to get ourselves over to the basically to the catacombs as fast as humanly possible, because that is where Alucard's shield is, and that's the shield we really want. So yeah. Anyway, if you use Mist to fly through there, it is not hard at all. You know, there is no challenge there. And that's the thing, though, about Mist that I always forgot, is that it's really this useful. Now, I don't know about the other version of the game, because Mist is like a hassle in that game. Even with Power of the Mist, on the PSP version, which is, you know, the Requiem version, basically, that version it doesn't give Mist the right treatment. So, I think that maybe a bunch of these tricks don't work on that. But who cares, because I'm not playing that one right now. Yeah. So this area is also made a little bit simpler. You'll also notice it doesn't play the final toccata in the background, which I will talk about why so many people hate that in the next part. So thank you guys for watching this part. I'll see you guys next time with part 27. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time with the next video. Stay tuned. I'll see you then.